In the personal story segment tonight, what Donald Trump needs to do to win the White House. As you may know, Fox News host Judge Jeanine Pirro is an avid Trump supporter. Recently, Bill O'Reilly spoke with Judge Pirro on how she thinks Trump can score a victory in November.
So as a Trump supporter and someone who has run for office herself, what do you think has gone wrong in the Trump campaign this August?
Donald hasn't stayed on message, and you're right, I know him, I love him, he's been my friend, I support him. You've got to be disciplined. No one should be surprised. Donald Trump has never even run for mayor, so let's not be so critical of the guy. The bottom line is that he has connected with the American people. He now needs to, as we've all said, pivot to the general. He is within 1 to 2 points after some of the worst weeks that any candidate could have, Rasmussen, Zogby, and he needs to never mention another name again other than Obama and Hillary unless he wants to thank God the day after the election.
What has he done specifically that you believe has turned some Americans against him?
It's real easy. Con, you know, whether you agree with the guy or you don't, his son gave his life for this country.
So the con thing you think hurt him?
Bad. I think that the selling of his being a racist and a bigot, irrespective of whether it's true, has for some reason gotten legs, and they will use that continuously.
How does he fight against that label of being a bigot and a racist?
How he does that is by just staying on message. How I would do it?
You tell him to do what?
He gave 2 of the best speeches that he gave. One is on the inner cities, and for the first time, we have heard a presidential candidate really focus on the African-American community and the fact that they are victims of African-American crime and poverty in the inner cities.
You don't believe that African-Americans are going to respond to that, do you?
Yeah, I think that
so he's
people
polling
are smart.
at 2% now among African Americans. How much is that going to go higher, do you believe?
I don't think it's going to go that much higher.
All right, that's what I just said.
But that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. What matters is that midpoint. What matters is for people to start to think that Donald Trump is thinking seriously about the issues that are confronting us.
So other people, rather than African Americans, may respond to his outreach to that community.
Right.
All right. Now, why do you think Trump acts so impulsively? All right, because you criticize him and he comes right back, rather than saying, okay, now maybe I want to be a little bit measured because there could be an unintended consequence if I say that Mrs. Khan might not have spoken because she's a Muslim. Why do you think he's impulsive in his remarks?
Because I think he comes from a different world. You know, Bill.
What world is that? What world?
That's the world of business, where it's, you know, it's bare knuckles, it's all about money, and it's not about political correctness. There are certain things that are appropriate to talk about, and there are things that happen in the world that we don't talk about.
Not me. I talk about everything.
All right.
That's why I've been successful. But when I talk about things, I always know that there could be blowback on me, so I fact-base it. Fact-base it.
Right.
I'm wondering whether he is sophisticated enough in political terms to understand that you just can't lash. If you're going to lash, you better have facts.
You know, it's interesting. You use the word sophisticated enough. He is sophisticated enough. The key operative message there is in political terms. No, he's not in terms of political terms. He's used to saying what he thinks, and that's why he connected with people. And if he stays on message going forward, Bill, he can connect with those people again. The American people don't want to hear anymore that, you know, he'll say anything that he wants. He's a regular guy. He's the kind of guy who says whatever he feels like saying. They've had enough of that. They know that's who he is. Now they want him to focus on serious issues.
The final question for you is, you still believe Trump can win?
I do. I do. I think these
Good
are
odds
lazy.
on it.
I don't gamble. It's the lazy days of summer, Bill, but what I'm telling you is it will depend upon external factors. It will depend upon what she does. It will depend on the foundation, and it will depend upon Donald Trump staying on message.